Forget Fizzle Rocks and Jingle Jangle. Riverdale, as we all know, is the one and only addiction in our lives. I mean, raise your hand if one episode a week is not enough. One for me has to be F.P. Jones. Like with Jason Blossom's murder, he has been roped in some way. Maybe he owes the Gargoyle King something, or they have something on him. But I think the scene where Betty and her mum are at home and they get attacked by this twig figure, it's a bit too coincidental that he just happens to be in the vicinity and climb up a ladder to Betty's room. This is not Rapunzel. Like, people don't just have ladders at their window. It's like, why wouldn't you say, hey, it's me, FP? Why would you be all sneaky about it? That scene itself is, I would say, paying tribute to Scream, which is one of the best murder mystery teen movies of the 90s.
Who is it? Who's there?
Who's there? Which F.P. Jones, played by Skeet, was later revealed to be one of the killers.
Gotta get help.
No, he's out there!
No, give me the gun. Give me the gun. It's okay. It's okay.
I was looking for Jughead, but someone slammed the door in my face. Just trying to get in.
Pete, the Gargoyle King is in the house. He's in the house!
We all go a little mad sometimes.
So as you can see, there are so many parallels between both scenes. So I feel like that could be the writer's way of showing us that there's two people involved in being Gargoyle King. I reckon there will be a massive reveal that's kind of like they've been playing this game since season 1, you know, so the game has never really gone away. I think that the Gargoyle King is Clifford Blossom, who we'll later find out has come back from the dead. I think he possibly killed his twin brother or created a twin brother to kill him so that he could get away with murdering his son. Sounds a bit crazy, but then again, in Riverdale, anything is possible. But also there's so much mention of the leader of the farm group, and yet we haven't been introduced to him yet. There's a lot of parallels between the Gargoyle King and this farm cult-like figure. The fact that people have said, oh, you don't just get to meet him, which is the same as the Gargoyle King, you don't just get to meet him. If we jump back to the episode where Archie is helped by the gang to escape prison, you can see the parallels of both the game and reality. So the fact that Archie in the game is referred to as the Red Paladin, I feel like the Gargoyle King in real life is actually whoever is behind the farm. And yeah, that person, that leader, could well and truly be Clifford, but I feel like it's somebody that we've probably seen on screen but doesn't have a major role in the show at the moment. I feel like it could be someone like Reggie's dad who has just appeared out of nowhere. But then also I feel like Mayor McCoy or Hermione could also be involved in this, because I don't think Mayor McCoy was happy to step down as mayor, and the fact that she's kind of had to sell off things to Hiram and do these dodgy dealings when she didn't really want to, I feel like it's part of her game to make the town so bad that people look back at her and say, well, things were so much better when you were in charge. I don't think she's doing it alone. I think it could also be Hermione, because when Betty gathered all of the parents around to try and figure out what was going on, come on Betty, as if we're all gonna confess to you in one room when they've kept it quiet for 30 years. Anyways, when Penelope and Hermione are talking about poisoning Dilton Doyley's dad, Hermione seems to know a lot about the poisons that Penelope kept in her home. Now, I'm sorry, but I've gone round to a lot of my friends' or colleagues' homes over the years, and I would not be able to tell you what a single plant in their house was called. I wouldn't know if they were poisonous, if I was allergic to them, anything like that. So for me, that was a red herring. I think she was trying to sort of pin the blame on Penelope, even though she's probably something to do with it. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe even it's Hiram, Hermione and Mayor McCoy all in cahoots, because he gets to still live out his drug lord fantasy and build this prison to sort of lock everyone up. May and McCoy will get back Riverdale, and Hermione will sort of feel like she has a place, because since school she's kind of had money and security, but sort of lacking the love element that she felt with Fred Andrews. So I'm actually more interested to see what you guys think. So leave a comment letting me know who you think the Gargoyle King could be. Do you think there are one or two people doing it? Because let's face it, how can the Gargoyle King open a front door and hide behind Betty's sofa? Like, come on, it's just completely unrealistic. Is F.P. Jones the leader of that gang, and the Gargoyle King is sort of the king and he's second in command? You know, to sort of rival the Ghoulies, because let's face it, we haven't really heard from the Ghoulies in a while. And I just hope that after all this build-up that the reveal won't be a disappointment, and that's all I can watch. So yeah. Now I'm at that part where, do you know when you're not really sure how to say goodbye? I'm always terrible at goodbyes. But yeah, no, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe. All of these things are free. And yeah, I'll be back, I'm sure, at some point.